going to start all over again from Mevlana, dated 21st of June 2020. Our world and the morrows. Our world, which is on threshold of a great transformation, is henceforth changing its crust. However, due to effect of cosmic energies, human beings are also changing along with the changing time. As a result of these changes, our world is becoming the stage for events unwished for. Currently, in all sections of the world, undesired conditions, which are very upsetting and disconcerting, are taking place. However, these events are a chain of causes, preparing the human beings for the morrows. Now, through the chaos being experienced in all settings where negativities are on display, the foundations of the perfect world of the morrows are being laid. However, the human beings of the world is not yet aware of this. All that is experienced today is a program that was prepared 1,000 years ago. All sacred books given to the world until this final period, which we are living through, are suggestion enacted to enable the establishment of a just order in our world. Cosmos is a reflection of the godly order on the world, and this is a hierarchical order. The world is a school of cosmos. The sacred books have projected this divine hierarchy to us until today with the terminology of Allah. The foremost of the unchanging laws of the divine order is the law of respect for the human being and for creation. Everyone who has gained the right to live on earth, which is the dimension of veiled awareness, is first obliged to make a covenant for the law of service to the human beings. And the first article of the law of service to human being is the law of acceptance. Unfortunately, as the changing rule of the divine programs, friendship, brotherhood, and sisterhood, consciousness of unity and solidarity could not reach up to the desired platform until this final age. Now, in the program of this last cycle, for the final time, Cosmos is henceforth calling everyone to conscious unity, totality, love, peace, and brotherhood. The program of the world depends on the laws which enact a project of evolution connected to automatism. Our world is a universal school. Ever since the past until today, all exams have been administered in this very school. At the moment, while the foundations of the world of the morals are being laid within the fields of influence formed automatically, all creations is endeavoring to sustain their lives with difficulties. For these very days, Cosmos has one by one selected the resilient consciousness who would endure this currently experienced intense pressure and transfer them to our world. The true program of this final age is service to the human being, unification and acceptance. All that is currently experienced are the baccalaureate exams of this final age. Cosmos has commanded not to undertake any celestial intervention to the world in the 20th century, but has enacted the 21st century as the period of direct implementation. Since the time has come for humanity to know their future in this final age, Cosmos has decided to provide you with all the knowledge by disclosing the archives with the command of the divine plan. Therefore, Cosmos has assembled in a total all the frequency of the sacred books reviewed to our world until today, and also adding the frequency of the dimension of Allah to this, has prepared them together as a single book and called it the Knowledge Book. The Knowledge Book is a cosmic book of light. This book, which has been enacted as the book of the human beings, is not the book of this period just yet, but the book of the morals to come. The Knowledge Book, given as the single book of the world until the 40th century, is not a book to be worshipped. The Knowledge Book is a single book that will provide interconnected unification in future years, and by unifying humanity in a brotherly and sisterly world beyond religion, which will provide happy lives in the single world state. The Knowledge Book has been dictated with the automatic technique that is called the light photon synchron technique. In this technique, photon leads the dimension energies onto the letters in the book. Light loads time energy onto the letters. Synchron conveys you to the frequency of the dimension that have not been reached until today. All sacred books have been reviewed through the Alpha channel. This is the channel of religious knowledge. Here the heart is valid, and the channel trains humanity in the medium of love, tolerance, forgiveness, and patience. Those who have completed the Alpha program pass on to Beta. The Beta channels contain scientific and spatial knowledge. Here the heart is not valid. Here those who utilize their intellect and logic with consciousness are valued. The knowledge book has been reviewed to our world in the year 1981 on November 3rd. Having been translated into 28 languages, it is currently being studied all over the world. The indestructible walls of the world of the morals are henceforth being constructed with a different system in our world at the moment. It is by conscious human beings with their evolved and respected personality that the foundation of the just world state of the morals will be laid. Therefore, our world is currently living through a grand program of selection. The process of a human being starting out with the micro consciousness and reaching a macro consciousness has lasted until 19 cycles. Each cycle is a tour of 26,000 years. Henceforth, the end of the program of mutation has now been reached. Since the cerebral factor has gained a certain maturity of consciousness, has nothing left to accomplish in the world and no potential to receive from it, Cosmos have accelerated the project of transporting human beings to other colonies before the world ends. Everything that exists has a developmental process, and the formation process of the reason for humanity's existence is also about to complete its program. For the salvation of the entire world, Cosmos is now endeavoring greatly to abolish the decree of death and the program of evolution until the 23rd century. All the operation of Cosmos are now focused herein. For your knowledge, Bulent Corak, Mevlana. That's her message she wants me to deliver to the world.